Hey y'all, it's your boy, Jesus Christ Incarnate, with Chelsea Christ Incarnate, coming at you with another update, another little story. I am very comfortable at the moment. I was just writing a little bit, and Draco is very, actually, I think they go by Angel now again. It's very, this situation is hard for us to be completely ourselves. I'm having a better time living in a van than they are. I'm respecting their ebb and flow. I'm holding their paw, and they're very comfortable right now, and so I didn't want to move. I just wanted to give y'all an update from last night. I've been in this car, in this van. It's not really a car. This is a van. Much bigger. Thank you, Raphael, for the clarification, because let's be serious. A car would have been my little Cutlass back when I was in Pittsburgh. If I just went from Pittsburgh to LA, would have died in LA, and then what? We would have been on the street, you know? So, like, blessings in linear time and egotistical evolution. In the 9 months I have been in this van, I have not had a single altercation with the police. Not one. Found good places to park, kept my head down. I've always been a safe driver. My road rage died at 17. And last night I looked at rest stops, and the rest stops on the 5 were like explicitly no overnight parking, 4 hours only. Okay, those are off. And when the sun was setting, and I didn't really want to drive into the night, I didn't feel that magnetism. I was like, okay, so the sun's setting, there's no truck stops. So, next exit, I'm going to hop off and see what's around. And the next exit had hotels, which is usually a pretty good spot. When I'm on the highway, that's usually an indication where there's going to be like some means of parking somewhere. And there was a dead end, and I didn't see any no parking signs, and it was big empty street with industry. It was like furniture outlet and stuff. So I didn't see any signs. It was out of the way of people. I thought I found a really good spot. Totally trusting. I was like, okay. At about 10 to 2 in the morning, I get a knock on the window. And it was a police officer. And as soon as I heard the knock, 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 police department, I got a flash in my mind about a tree's trunk and its roots. And it erased over half of the immediate anxiety that would have thrown me into overdrive. All right? Like, when you're sexually abused as a child, it fucks you up. And even to this day, I kind of struggle with, like, well, do I interact with that person? Do I say, is it worth it? Not only am I trying to, like, keep responsibility for my light, my power, my shadow, all that jazz, but, like, I don't know if it'll, neither here nor there. Progress. Last night, my heart was beating, and it was just like, fuck, here it is. Here's what I've been fearing. Face your fears! Here's what I've been fearing. Here it is. And he asked me for my ID and if I had any paperwork on the car. And I said, I only have the title. And he says, okay, can I see that? I was like, yeah. So I give him my information. Dre goes, Angel is barking up a storm. And the guy only ran my plate because the reason why he was down there at all was because it's a high crime spot. Because it's so vast and empty, and there's loot to be had if you're an opportunist. And he heard my story. I told him that things might be turning, the agent, the book. I'm excited, And he was like, okay, well, Oh, and by the way, it was being recorded. I was told that from the very beginning. So I like that about the police department. I think that does deter a lot of negative behavior, as if the big brother eye is also on them. Anyway. And after talking, he was like, okay, I see you're not a criminal. I see you're not causing. I really was just checking to make sure that this vehicle was not a stolen piece of property. Like, I was just seeing what was going on. And I empathize with your situation. I'm not going to push anything. He gave me directions to the nearest Starbucks. He wished me well. He gave me his card if I ended up staying in town and needed resources for the homeless. And after all of my life fearing authority, even though my one uncle on my mom's side is a police officer, it's not the police force or even the police people that I have a problem with. It's the system they uphold. But like with anything that is currently operating under this way, it's not their fault. There's a degree of ignorance. And he was not ignorant. He knew what I was talking about. And was on board with the whole, like, no, we can take the system in place and just, like, make it look that way. And so anyway, facing your fears, as long as you don't worry about them, if they come to you, you can handle them. And if you trust in the dark void of the unknown, which is the dark void of love, if you can trust it, it'll mirror back to you either what you need to do or how far you've come. Take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. Thank you to those who contribute if you can. I would deeply, deeply appreciate it, because to this day, I'm still living on a prayer. I'll catch you next time. See you soon.